Welcome to the NBA. So the opening lineup here for the Clippers. Powell and Kawhi in at the forward spots. Chris Dunn is out there with James Harden. And it's Zubac in at the center position, locking down the middle. And for the Heat, they've got Bam Adebayo. He's out there with Andrew Wiggins. And it's Ware in at the center spot. Grant, looking at these two teams, my attention is drawn to the front court matchup.
Oh, yeah, this should be a battle on the baseline. Great to watch skilled bigs trade blows and show off what they can do down low.
Hero with it. Harden picks him up. Pass to Highsmith. And that one drops.
Yeah, a versatile player. Hero is terrific at sensing when his guys are open.
And here's Harden. There's the triple. The rebound by Wiggins. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Eric Spoelstra and I got a chance to catch up for a bit. He feels good about their chances if they can prevent Kawhi Leonard from taking over. We're talking about a first ballot Hall of Famer who can score from all three levels and can take your best scorer out of the game. I asked him, so what's the plan? He said, survive.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Now here's Wiggins. Pass to Ware. Three-pointer. Pure from three-point range.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Coach, how about the Eric Spoelstra story? Started as a video coordinator with the Heat back in '95. You were an assistant in Miami back then.
Yeah, look, Brian, even then, Eric is one of the rare guys that all of us on the staff knew right from the beginning that he had all the makings of a great coach. Players trusted him and had confidence in his ability to help them.
From the video room to the Hall of Fame one day.
No question.
Good decision-making. Scopes the situation, puts the pass right on the mark.
Pass to Ware. Fires from deep. Takes the three. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
There's a screen by Wiggins. Adebayo passes to Highsmith. Back to Adebayo. Off target from outside. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Oh, got a piece of it. It's Powell on the wing. Outside Harden. Back to Powell. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. So interesting, Grant. Younger fans may not realize the Clippers had a lot of rough seasons early on.
Well, you know, B.A., that's one way to put it. You know, in their first 27 years in L.A., they only made the playoffs 4 times. But things have definitely changed. Owners have changed. And now they're postseason regulars in the league.
I mean, come on. That's a shot you expect him to make.
Now here's Leonard. It's Powell on the wing. Here's Dunn. Here's Zubac. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
And that's out of bounds. Miami will keep it. To the paint. Pass to Adebayo. And stolen by Leonard. And it's the Clippers on the break. Nice shot by Harden.
And just a great effort from Harden on the break. I mean, he can score any way he wants.
Hero outside. Will it go? Here's where. There's the three. Leonard pulls down the board. The Clippers lead by 7. Powell outside. Out to Leonard. Launches it from deep. He can't hit that time.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot, but better luck next time, maybe.
That's one of those heat check shots, and heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
Now here's Leonard, still without a bucket. And Hero grabs the board.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either.
And the basket by Highsmith. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the first. Leonard on the wing. Ooh, and Leonard throws it down.
Oh, the slam from Leonard. Love watching him finish with force.
Hero to pass to Adebayo. Here's where. Good, and the assist goes to Adebayo. Ware's got 9.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Leonard for 3. James Harden. He's been the guy making things happen for Los Angeles. He puts... Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for Los Angeles.
Well, yeah, early on, the mid-range jumpers have been an important part of their attack. They're going old school.
And the other thing you notice is how determined they've been to get into the paint and get buckets around the rim.
Obviously, everyone knows about the defense of Kawhi Leonard, but Grant, his shooting is overlooked.
Yeah, you know, he's at about 40% from 3 for his career. You combine that with his wing defense, you get a one-of-one player capable of carrying a team.
So here are the 5 for the Clippers to start the second. Powell and Kawhi in at the forward spots. James Harden out there with Chris Dunn. And it's Simmons in at the 5. Again, the miss by Leonard.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Stolen by Hero. Oh, they get a hand on it. Dunn with it. Hero picks him up. For 3, Powell. Adebayo grabs the board. Miami has gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. And Chris Dunn gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
And about a minute gone in the second quarter. They get the rebound. Pass to Hero. 6 to shoot. Now here's Wiggins. Launches it. And Wiggins knocks down the 3.
Way to rise to the occasion and snatch back the momentum.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
Out of bounds. It'll be Heat ball. Miami's gone 4 of 9 so far from the perimeter. Highsmith. And again, it's Miami from deep.
And making the extra pass. Wiggins' teammates appreciate his willingness to get it to them when they're uncovered.
So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Stan, you've coached so many rookies over the years. What are some key things you like to see from a player coming into the league?
Well, look, you've got to have a guy, Brian, that's ready to compete at that level and has to bring that every night. From there, it's just all about learning. There's going to be mistakes, but you want guys who can learn and improve at a consistent rate.
Is it true that defense is the fastest way into the coach's heart?
Well, it's certainly a way to gain confidence, that's for sure.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, a lot of new developments for the Clippers this season, and obviously they have the new arena, new designs for their logo, jerseys, and court. not only that, their G League team moving into a brand new arena in Oceanside, renewing the San Diego Clippers moniker. Brian, a lot to be excited about for this Clips team.
No question. Good stuff, Allie. Thank you. And Harden's got the ball here for the LA Clippers. Dunn outside. Powell outside. Three-pointer. Rebound Miami. Well, Coach, the Heat have had some deep playoff runs recently, making the finals twice in 5 years.
Yeah, Brian, and what's really interesting is that they've only been higher than a 5 seed once in that span. They just hit a different gear in the playoffs.
And watching Adebayo in the pick and roll can be a thing of beauty. Such a great feel for that set.
Wow, that's good.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
2 points. That one goes.
You're busting his way inside. Hero making sure he kept moving toward the hoop.
Here's Leonard. Outside for Harden. 1:33 left in the first half. That one's good for 2. Powell's got 6. Oh, man, this has been an absolute battle in the first half.
Each team trying to establish itself. The lead just keeps going back and forth.
Here's Highsmith. He has 7. It's stolen by Leonard. Leonard on the wing. Fires for 3. And Los Angeles, another 3.
And he's a selective three-point shooter. Kawhi only takes them if he feels he has a good look.
It's Wiggins on the wing. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. You can't make it that obvious.
So Miami ends up going with a new group.
A master of attracting contact. Harden just takes pride in fooling defenders and getting those calls.
First free throw is good. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Eubanks, he's checked in for Ben Simmons. Batum comes in for Leonard. Jones, he's checked in for Powell. And it's Coffey in for Dunn. Now here's Robinson. Pass to Jovic. Robinson, a screen on Batum. Jovic. They can't stop the run with that one.
I can't believe he missed that 3. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving.
1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Batum, pass to Jones. Back to Batum. To the middle. And that one is stuffed right through.
And after putting it down, he dangles from the rim a little.
Man, that's borderline taunting right there, Grant. They're playing with a certain swagger right now. Misses the 3. Used the pump fake well, but he couldn't capitalize. And so it's Los Angeles. All right, good stuff, Allie. And we'll get back to the action at the start of the third quarter. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. We are seeing an outstanding game from James Harden.
Yeah, he's showing off how skilled he is at attacking the defense and converting at the line.
Well, he's also a pretty good actor. He sells fouls really well.
Duncan Robinson is out there with Mitchell. Then there's Kevin Love. Then it's Jaime Jaquez. And it's Jovic in at the 4. That's the group for Eric Spoelstra starting the second half. Now here's Bogdanovic. From behind the arc. Offensive rebound. Outside Jones. Shot clock at 5. No good from 18. Heat trail by 5. And one thing's for sure, When Duncan Robinson is on the court, he has the greenest of green lights, Coach.
Yeah, Brian, look, he's one of the most lethal shooters around. He draws intense defensive attention, and then he's added to his game as a passer and as a guy who can take the ball to the basket.
Mitchell finds Jaquez for the tie. And the Heat, another three.
Well, when you give him room like that, just expect it to go in.
Now Bogdanovich. He's scoreless. Down low. Here's Batum. Up and in on the layup.
And I like how Batum takes shots that come within the offensive schemes. A high IQ offensive player.
They set the pick. Outside Love for the lead. That one's good. Mitchell making the play. Mitchell's got 3 assists now in this one. Los Angeles has gone 5 of 12 from three-point range tonight. Pass to Coffey. And here's Eubanks. Love grabs the miss.
I'm sure he'd like to have that back. That's a missed opportunity.
And there's the call on Drew Eubanks. That's his first foul of the game.
Yeah, he tried to gain position, but couldn't quite get there.
Zubats, he's checked in for Los Angeles.
Number 40, Ivica Zubac.
Zubats with the steal. Batum outside. The 3 is up. Rebound Miami. Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. Outside Mitchell to the paint. Here's Jovic. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in. Jovic has got 5 points.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
There's Bogdanovich with the 3. Gets the 3 to fall.
This is why you got to be right up on Bogdanovich, because he can torch you with the pull-up J.
Robinson for 3. It's rebounded by Zubats. The Clippers have got just 2 of 6 in the second half. Jones, the pass to Bogdanovich. And Los Angeles, another 3. And it just seems like shelf life for head coaches gets shorter and shorter. Stan, even winning coaches aren't safe.
Yeah, even the teams in the top 2 or 3 of their conference are sometimes opting to make a change. In that kind of environment, it's a challenge to coach with any real authority.
Jones, his shot is good. Now it's a 5-point Los Angeles lead.
Incredible. I mean, high energy in transition. Just beating the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
Pass to Coffey. Outside Bogdanovich. And down it goes. 2 points. Bogdanovich has got 8 points in the quarter.
They're really settling into a nice rhythm now, starting to gain the upper hand.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little bit.
Robinson gets the bucket.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Pass to Coffey. Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Boy, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
Yeah, I'd consider calling timeout right away after that one. The defense has to be better there.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And guys, you cannot allow that in a close game. You have to make it harder than that.
Outside Robinson. Outside Love. 3-pointer. Coffey grabs the board. Now Los Angeles with it. They're on a 14-5 run. Jaquez against Jones. There's Bogdanovich with the 3. That shot, no good. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers leading by 6 as we wrap up the... 3 quarters behind us. We'll start the 4th in what is still anybody's ball game. On the floor for the Clippers, Powell and Kawhi in at the forward spots. Chris Dunn is out there with James Harden, and it's Zubac in at the center position.
This team looks to him to score the ball. They feel good when he's taking the shots.
That's tipped. Powell with a steal. Leonard right side. Puts up a 3. They get it again. Zubac passes to Leonard. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Harden surveying the D. Inside. And the layup falls. And the Clippers lead by 10.
Everyone knows Harden is a talented passer. He can really rack up those assists.
Hero outside. Adebayo with it. Pass to Ware. It's Wiggins on the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Let's go with a 3. Powell pulls it in. Los Angeles leading by 10. Zubac with it. Now Wiggins defending. Zubac passes to Leonard. And it's Miami with a rebound.
Those are precisely the looks this team is trying to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
Here's Wiggins. Whoa, Wiggins with feeling.
Making it look so easy. Wiggins has crazy hops. Can really get up there.
Leonard finds Harden. Back to Leonard from the arc. Yes, and a nice assist from Harden. Harden's got 4 assists in the game.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. You must stay aggressive.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a 3-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Highsmith. And again, it's Miami from deep.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
Leonard against Adebayo. Got a piece of it.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's the look they want. It's tough working the mid-range area.
And here's Dunn. Pass to Zubac. Here's Leonard. Deflected! And they'll keep possession. Out to Powell. Now here's Leonard. Hounded by Adebayo. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Something's off about him this quarter.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
Rising to the challenge, Adebayo stays under control and hits a big-time shot.
Dunn outside. Leonard outside. And counted from 19 feet away. Leonard's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Leonard doesn't shy away from these moments, embracing his role as a leader for his team.
Pass to Adebayo. Here's Highsmith. To the left side wing. Shot clock at 6. Back to Wiggins. To the inside. Here's Adebayo. No good. And Harden's got the ball here for the Clippers. "56 seconds left in the 4th quarter. And that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries.
I love it. When Harden shoots, he commits. A little contact isn't going to upset his mechanics.
They grab their own miss. Pass to Adebayo. From downtown. Again, Adebayo missing. 3 on 3. Zubac with it. Now here's Harden, guarded closely. And here's Leonard, hounded by Adebayo. The three. Adebayo grabs the board. On the attack, Wiggins. Fires from way outside. Misses. So it's Los Angeles picking up the win. And thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the view with the dice in the mid, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat.
Matchup we have here in the front court, Greg.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
Now let's take a look at the starters for New Orleans. The backcourt pair for them, Murray and Jones. Williamson out there with the Olynyk. And they're running. And Williamson throws it down.
And there's that athleticism we talk about with Zion. What a dunk.
against Jones. Now Hero. He's guarded closer. And that one, good.
And getting the offense started with a high-quality look down low.
Williamson a screen on Hero. Murray, no good. And it's Wiggins with the ball for the Miami Heat. And Trey Murphy gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Team foul.
Jones against Hero. Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel.
New Orleans ball.
First quarter of play, 1 minute played. And Dwayne Wade is the first Heat player to be honored with a statue. And Greg, that's pretty significant for a very successful franchise.
And Kevin, well-deserved, right? D-Wade, the best player in franchise history. He helped bring 3 championships to the city. Plus, he's already got a street named after him.
In the corner, it's Wiggins. It's tipped, stolen by Jones. And here we go. Williamson heading to the hoop. And the Pelicans miss again. Burks the pass to Adebayo. Over Williamson. They get the rebound.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
And he slams it down right on top of Bam Adebayo.
Yeah, it looks like Zion's got the stage all to himself there, just tearing down the rim.
Hero, no good. New Orleans has gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. It's up a 3. Knocks down the 3-ball.
Yeah, you can't leave Murphy open from deep. He doubled his three-point attempts from year 1 to year 2. That's confidence.
On the wing, Wiggins. Nails the wide-open jump shot.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Murray surveying the D. From past the arc. It's hauled in by the Heat. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Hero on the wing. Olynyk is covering. Adebayo the screen. Wiggins kicks to Adebayo. Offline from the top of the key. Pelicans leading by 3. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to catch up with Eric Spoelstra a few minutes ago. Now he's concerned about a lot of things, but in particular, he's worried about how to deal with DeJounte Murray. Coach said he's an opportunist in transition. Everybody's got to get back after a miss, or he'll eat us alive. Sounds like the same thing we've heard from other coaches. Guys?
Thanks so much, David. Murray for 3. And Ware pulls it down. The Heat have gone 2 of 6 from the field. Hero from long range. Bangs home the trifecta. Hero's got 5 points so far.
You can tell Tyler Hero has put some hours in shooting the rock.
And it's Murray penetrating. Here's Olynyk. Hopping on the board. Good on the 3-point shot.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Outside, Hero. Pass to Adebayo. And again, Miami with the triple.
Man, bigs like Alibaba gotta drain shots to keep the defense honest. Nice to see him working on that part of his game.
43 seconds left to play in the first. Olynyk, a screen on Wiggins. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Fires for 3. And the Heat, another 3.
Wiggins is shooting it with confidence, and he's a threat to put up some big numbers.
Outside for Murray. Pulls up on the wing, and it's New Orleans scoring again. 16 seconds left here in the first quarter. Here's the screen on its way from Burks for 2. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. 6 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Murray with the bounce pass. It's stolen by Adebayo. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. It's the Heat as they wrap up the first quarter. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Heat.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
Well, they really cashed in on the break. I mean, it feels like they're hungry to get out. They're hungry to run. And they're not passing up any chances to leak out and score.
Bam Adebayo is out there with Wiggins. Then there's Alec Burks. Then it's Tyler Hero. And it's Ware in at the 5 spot. So that's who Miami starts the second with. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for New Orleans. They trail by 3. You know, Greg, it's been great to see the Pelicans get to the next level these past few seasons, hasn't it?
It has, and they've become one of the deeper teams in the NBA over that time. It's not just about one guy. There's talent up and down that roster.
Wiggins passes to Adebayo. And here's Burks. Shot clock at 5. Over Murray. And the officials call over the back. A little too aggressive there.
Well, he thought he could slip by there and grab the board, but got too much body and gets called for going over the back.
Well, he plays super active on the glass, so calls like this are to be expected.
The Heat leading by 3. Here's Ware. Off target with his 3. For New Orleans, they've gone 0 of 3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. Olynyk finds Murray. Back to Olynyk. It's stolen by Adebayo. 3-pointer. Hero against Jones. Hero passes to Wiggins. Beyond the arc. And again, it's the Heat missing. Pelicans trail by 3. And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Pelicans are putting the ball in Zion Williamson's hands. He said, I'm just playing chess within the game, seeing how the defense is guarding me. I'm going to pick my spots. My teammates trust me to make the right decision, but they also trust me to be me. And that time is right. Kevin, I'll let you be you.
And I love when you are you, David. Thank you so much. Wiggins surveying the floor. And here's Adebayo outside. Kept alive. Burks on the wing. And stolen by Murray. And pushing it up. Here's New Orleans. Williamson in the post. He's guarded by Adebayo. And with that, the Heat lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Williamson. But we're talking about DeJounte Murray now. And Brent, what do you like most about his game?
Well, I like the tenacity that DeJounte brings to a game. I really feel like he ramps himself up for the biggest moments and wants to make the plays at the end of the game, whether that's scoring the basketball, passing the basketball, but really overriding that is defensively wanting to be disruptive. So when you get a guy that competes at that high a level, that's what makes DeJounte Murray such an intriguing two-way player. And Olynyk doing a nice job just keeping the symmetry out there.
Deep Adebayo. Pelicans with the rebound. And here we go. Williamson heading to the hoop.
And that's really just smart basketball. You send a poor foul shooter to the line.
Great, one of the best assets of Zion Williamson is his versatility.
And the combination of power and skill, it's obviously unique. And what I love about him is he's making better and better decisions. He's become as reliable as he is explosive.
And the Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. Now, here's Mitchell. He's defended by Alvarado. Highsmith's shot is off. New Orleans has gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. There's a screen. Launches it. drains the three-pointer. Boston's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open three when he's got it.
Drills the three-pointer.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
The coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Loads it up for Williamson. Jaquez outside. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. And a fast break now for the Pelicans.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Hits the three-point bomb.
Check out Love striking from the corner, diversifying his selections to stay ahead of the D.
We've got 22 seconds left in the second quarter. Here's the lob to the hoop.
Yeah, undersized guys with athleticism do these kind of things, playing above the rim. Love to see him get up like that.
For three, Mitchell. Boston grabs the miss. McCollum outside. Got it off in time. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And some good action through the first two quarters as we reach out. All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Zion Williamson with a strong contribution so far, guys, in this one.
Yeah, and through the first two quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Tipping off the second half, here's Willie Green's five. The guard set is Alvarado and McCollum. And it's Boston in at the small forward. Jaquez trying to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. And Brent, if the super team era is indeed coming to a close, the Miami Heat were one of the most successful examples.
Yeah, Kevin, you're obviously referring to the Heatles with LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh. I think there's some fans out there that go back to when it was that they had that press conference and were throwing up 6, 7, 8. And so 2 titles, yes, of course, amazing. Chances to win championships, amazing. Could there have been more? Possibly.
Pass to Love. Here's Highsmith. Scoreless thus far. 6 on the shot clock. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. Four on the clock. Near the three-point line, it's Mitchell. Set it up with the fake, but it's offline. Mitchell against McCollum. He lobs it up and stolen by Love. Robinson on the wing. Mitchell sets the screen for Robinson. Mitchell kicks to Robinson. From deep. Buries the long-range jumper. Robinson's got his first 3 points of the game.
And Duncan Robinson, he will do that.
And here's McCollum for 3. No good. Shot missing.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. That's a bad miscue. You can't give up looks like that all game long.
New Orleans in the lead. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Over the course of a season, each team takes on a certain personality. Brent, do coaches try to shape that personality based on their roster?
Well, Kevin, it's a great question, and I think the best coaches in our league adapt to the personality of the team as it starts to formulate throughout the season. You lean in to what guys naturally are. some success comes with that.
And here's Love for three, and that's good. Robinson picking up the assist.
Kevin Love, you got to be aware of him here. When you make one on him, he's going to want to come down and get you back.
There's a good screen. Pass to Alvarado. Here's Boston. Tries again. It doesn't go for him. Good D from Love. Robinson against McCollum. Robinson dishes to Mitchell. For the lead. And the Heat, another three. Guys, close one here. No team getting a huge advantage.
And tooth and nail fight so far, guys. These sides match up really well.
To the paint. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
Well, with his ability to both score and facilitate, McCollum really fits the combo guard label.
Highsmith's shot is good.
Those interior passes can be dangerous sometimes, but if the timing is good and you execute it there, you can get easy hoops.
McCollum outside. Fires the three. Some solid defense from Robinson. Miami's gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. Knocked away. Jaquez outside. There's the three. Miami with a new 14. For three, Mitchell buries it from three-point range. Now it's a 5-point Miami lead.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
Second shot opportunity. Robinson pulls it in.
He wants that one over again. I guarantee that. Nobody's even in the neighborhood.
Mitchell in the corner. Pass to Highsmith. A three. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Duncan Robinson. That'll be his second foul of the game.
First team foul.
Pelicans trail by 5.
Yeah, take your time. You don't give them another possession.
Yeah, hopefully that's what they'll do here. It's what most teams try to execute at this time in the game.
And he gets it to go.
Look at McCollum just going to work. So good at using his creativity to find shots inside.
Love. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Heat out front.
Here we go, fans.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And here's Hero. He'll bring it up for the Heat. It's a three-point game. They've got Andrew Wiggins, Tyler Hero out there with Alec Burks. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Ware in at the center, locking down the middle. It's the group on the floor for Miami. Williamson. Miami grabs the miss.
You know, you'd love to see him pull that off, but instead he goes from highlight reel to the blue.
Sinks the three-pointer.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
They're pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
They set the pick. Hero passes to Ware. Shoots the three. And Jones pulls it down. Pelicans trail by 6. Goes up. The big dunk at the end of the break.
Big slam by Murphy. His teammates encourage him to be aggressive, to make plays like that.
There's Hero with the three. Doesn't get it to drop for him.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Williamson with the screen for Murray. A three-pointer off the mark. The Heat leading by 4. Lets it go. Ware, good. Ware's got his first points in this one. New Orleans has gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Williamson a screen on Hero. Deep 2 from Murray. And finished off by Williamson.
Great court awareness by Murray, just whipping that pass right over to the wide open man.
Hero kicks to Adebayo. There's the triple. Sinks the triple. Adebayo's got the lead up to 7 now for the Heat.
That's a shot he's going to bury, especially when left open.
Murray against Hero. Wide open look here for Murray, and it's New Orleans scoring again.
So many tools at DeJounte Murray's disposal. The pick gets Murray free to fire that one off.
Wiggins sets a screen for Burks. And again, Miami with the triple.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
And I don't know how they keep doing this, but every time down, the resulting possession ends up at the three-point line and a fairly efficient shot attempt at that. I'm seeing Jones do the hard work for the big bucket, delivering here for his team.
There's the pick. Pass to Hero. Hits the front of the rim and out. Pelicans trail by 5. We've got 1:55 left to play here in the fourth. He gets that one.
Olynyk getting a huge bucket right there. That was big.
Heat have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting at even 50% from the field. Hero passes to Ware. Burks on the wing. Shoots. Rebound by Olynyk. Olynyk's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Kicks it out to Jones. We've got 1:18 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
It's not easy to create really solid coverage on Olynyk because of his skill and his physical play.
Duncan Robinson, he's checked in for Hero. And so Olynyk nails both of them. The Heat with the lead. And there's the call on Jones. That is his first foul of the game. The Heat making a switch here. Heroes check in. We've got 1:08 left in the fourth quarter. Robinson for 3. Pelicans with the rebound.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Whoa, the nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
Wiggins kicks to Ware. Driving inside. Got it.
And Wiggins is a capable passer, someone that wants to hit a guy in the right spot.
Murray outside. Olynyk a screen on Robinson. Yes!
Oh, DeJounte Murray coming up big. That's a huge play.
And it's Miami's ball. Adebayo with a screen for Robinson. Steps back. Gets the first. That ties the game up. And so both free throws good that time, and that puts him ahead.
And he's the one person that the coaching staff and the teammates love to see at the line in a tight ball game. You can pretty much bank on these.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock.
And they've got a foul to give here if they need it.
Here's Hero. Pass to Ware. Unloads. Olynyk with the steal. No good there. So it's a narrow victory for New Orleans, pulling it out for a double. This win such a tremendous emotional boost for him.
how about teams like these who can really run their offense through their bigs?
BA, over the years, one of the things I've heard from coaches quite often is how effective a three-tool big man can be. When you can drive it, pass it, shoot it, score it, do all the things they can, it changes the geometry of the floor.
A look at the starting group for the Pelicans. Kelly Olynyk is out there with Trey Murphy. Then it's Herb Jones. Then there's DeJounte Murray. And it's McCollum at the 1. Now here's McCollum. Outside Jones. Harden against Murray. There's the triple. Powell pulls it in. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Tyronn Lue gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. He feels the X factor in this one could be CJ McCollum. Coach said his combination of scoring and playmaking is elite, and his teammates follow his lead. He can't afford to let him go off tonight. That would make it an uphill battle. Brian?
Good job there, Allie. Thanks.
And not letting the contact affect him at all. Give Murray credit for keeping his focus.
Harden scanning the floor. And stolen by Jones. 4-3. Sinks the tray.
Hey, when he's hitting that shot, it really helps the spacing for this team.
And what happens is the court just opens up. You like seeing him get into a rhythm from outside the arc. Love it.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
The Clippers have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Doris looking back at James Harden's time in Houston. What an incredible individual run he went on.
Come on, Brian. Finished in the top 3 in MVP voting 5 times with the Rockets. Came so close to getting to an NBA Finals. He's still beloved in the city of Houston.
McCollum, the pass to Olynyk. That's good. And it's McCollum with the assist.
Well, Olynyk, such a deft touch on the interior. Keeps the ball high. The defense has no chance.
Here's Harden. Out to Leonard. The 3. Count it. All 3 of his attempts have gone in.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Here's Murray. It's rebounded by Los Angeles.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
I think expect them to go back to it because that's the kind of shot this offense is designed to generate.
Pelicans trail by 3. McCollum taking his time here. Olynyk with a screen on Leonard. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
And defenses can forget how good of a passer McCollum is.
Harden against Jones. Harden, the pass to Zubac. Powell for 3. Offensive board. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
You love to see Zubac get after it on the window. Use that size and strength.
For 3, McCollum knocks down the triple.
Such a reliable threat from range. You'd think the defense might key on him a little bit more.
And here's Harden. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. And Harden with the slam.
Oh, my. James Harden with a statement right there.
For New Orleans, they've gone 5 of 8. Solid opening quarter for them. And Grant, you look at the players the Pelicans have gone after recently. They have a clear plan.
Well, they do, B.A. They want to surround Zion with shooters, which, of course, makes sense. It's sort of the same kind of blueprint the Bucks laid out with Giannis. If you can shoot, the Pelicans have a spot for you.
Yeah, just superior athleticism. Chris Dunn soaring for the jam with that impressive vertical.
McCollum on the wing, defended by Dunn. Pass to Olynyk. And it's Olynyk with a jam.
You get the sense of the impressive reach of Olynyk. Important on that dunk.
Leonard on the wing. And the dunk by Leonard.
The B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. And Chris Dunn gets the whistle that time.
Chris Dunn.
That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
23 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. For three, McCollum.
That's about attention to detail on the defensive end. Chris Dunn really getting after it with his quick feet.
Two open that time. They didn't look easy.
And an excellent job distributing the ball tonight. You can really see his feel for the game.
And that's been his role pretty much from the opening tip. Get the ball to guys where they can score it.
And as it goes out of bounds, New Orleans will keep possession.
You see his active hands knocking that pass out of bounds.
Well, that's what you call a game of inches. They talk about it in football. We see it right there.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
And so it's Kawhi Leonard making highlights for Los Angeles. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
Well, we've seen them take advantage of the lanes given to them so far. The defense isn't plugging it up, and it's being exploited.
Well, also, guys, what a start from beyond the arc. A huge part of their game today. That's going to help their spacing.
Powell and Kawhi in at the forward spots. James Harden out there with Chris Dunn. And it's Zubac in at center. That's the group for the Clippers starting the second. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
We know Kawhi Leonard is a former Finals MVP. Jimmy Butler said, there are guys that are like, quote, I'm going to find the best way to win. In a 7-game series, I'm going to get the best of you in the end. Kawhi's definitely up there. Whatever he's got to do, he is going to find a way. And Brian, Butler would know a thing or two about that, wouldn't he?
Yeah, you know that. No question about his abilities. Off the mark there with a three. The Clippers lead by 4. But Doris, you won't find too many players that can provide the instant spark that Powell does.
Brian, you know that expression, know your role, a star in your role. Norman Powell knows my job is to come in and give my team a boost. And this guy comes in thinking score and change the game, and he does just that.
Murray inside, defended by Dunn. Murray, no good. Los Angeles has got 4 of 7 threes to go so far in this game. Leonard for 3. McCollum pulls it in. Pelicans trail by 7. Olynyk up top. Leonard defending. Harden against Murray. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. And Grant, DeJounte Murray, a bit of a throwback player. He's comfortable attacking at all 3 levels.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, he does a lot of work in the mid-range for a guard. He's very comfortable with any shot on the floor. Not shy about putting up a ton of attempts if that's what's needed.
Here's Harden, and Harden with the slam.
And after putting it down, he dangles from the rim a little.
Man, that's borderline taunting right there, Grant. They're playing with a certain swagger right now. They kick it out to Murray. Olynyk with the screen on Harden. And the call will be against James Harden. That's foul number 2 for him.
Getting to one of his sweet spots on the floor, Murray drops it in.
New Orleans shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game. And you played for several different coaches with very different philosophies, Grant. Did you have a favorite system?
Well, you know, B.A., I did. I played 19 years, a number of different coaches, but the 8 seconds or less offense back when I was with the Suns as a player, you want to run. And honestly, it's so much fun getting up and down the court like that.
Right side Murray. And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. From deep, it's rebounded by Los Angeles. And here comes the break. And Harden with the slam.
And James Harden, simply stated, is putting it to the defense right now. Somebody has got to step up and get the ball out of his hands.
Shot's good by McCollum.
If you give him any sort of space, he's going to attack.
2 minutes remain in the first half. 2 minutes.
Harden with it. He's got 13. Driving inside. And he makes it on the layup. Harden's got 11 points in the quarter.
Yeah, James Harden's ability to finish with either hand, so crafty, understanding how to navigate around defenses when he's in the painted area.
McCollum with a screen on Leonard. Back to McCollum. Pass to Olynyk. Right wing. Launches a three. Knocks down the long J. He's got 5.
Well, the presence of mind from Kelly Olynyk, knowing someone's open, finds him quickly.
Dunn outside. Powell with it. That one misses. He's 1 for 3.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
Back to McCollum. Beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Zubac. Zubac has got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass to Powell. Now Zubac. Leonard outside. Back to Dunn. Now Leonard. 5 on the clock. Plenty of space. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
Yeah, there's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
McCollum on the wing. 3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Jones with the ball. Harden picks him up. Floats one. Yep, that one goes.
Trey Murphy.
12 seconds left in the second period. Outside Harden. And the three-pointer goes. Harden's got 18.
This first half has been all him. He's getting to his spots and going to work.
Leonard for 3. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers finishing the quarter with it. Thanks very much, Allie. And folks, we'll be right back to start the second half of this game.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum roll. They're thinking about the shot.
And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. We are seeing an outstanding game from James Harden.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
Second half underway. Here's who Willie Green's got on the floor. We've got Zion Williamson. Also Bruce Brown out there. And it's Boston in at shooting guard. Alvarado right side. Ooh, Zion! Are you kidding me?
And giving them what they want. The incredible dunking ability of Zion on full display.
And Doris, the Clippers with new jerseys, a shiny new arena, and an ownership group that is very aggressive. They want some shiny hardware to go with it.
Yeah, you have to appreciate an ownership group that is willing to spend and make all the right moves in order to position yourself for the championship. But now the players need to come through. And what has been their undoing in recent years is injuries and the lack of availability of their best players. Age and health still hover over this organization.
About a minute played here in the second half. The shot by Boston, no good. Soft touch off the glass. And now an 11-point Clipper lead.
Wow, what soft touch from Nick Batum. This guy has no trouble finishing in the painted area.
Pass to Boston. Back to Alvarado. Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup. Alvarado's got his first points of the game.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Back to Bogdanovich. Batum sets a screen. 6 to shoot. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over. Pelicans trail by 9. Kick out to Brown. Takes a 3. That's good. And it's Williamson with the assist.
3 points.
Brown's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Bogdanovich passes to Batum. Back to Bogdanovich. Batum with a screen on Brown. Bogdanovich finds Batum. Out of bounds. It'll be Pelicans ball. Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. Zion Williamson seems intent on silencing all the doubters moving forward, Graham.
Yeah, B.A., he's not taking any more questions about conditioning. His physicality and play really answered that question now. He has been looking better than ever.
Here's Coffey. No made baskets yet. Coffey on the wing. 5 to shoot. Out to the right wing. Bogdanovich with it. He's picked up by Williamson. Here's Batum. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Batum's got 4 this quarter.
His playmaking is something to watch. Threading that pass right in there.
Dora's not. And they want a second opinion on that call. The signal for the coaches.
Second team foul. At the line for the Pelicans.
Many of these personal foul calls still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, the Clippers' talent level is unquestionable, but they can run hot and cold at times. Coach Ty Lue said taking care of the basketball, transition defense, offensive rebounds, and spacing. Those are the 4 things you have to consistently be good at every single night. Brian?
Yeah, he knows what he's talking about, Allie. The Clippers lead by 5. So Bruce Brown is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Pass to Batum. 1:03 left in the third quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Coffey. Great look, but off the mark.
Boy, he was wide open. You wonder, did he overthink it? That's a missed opportunity.
Here's Alvarado. Fires in the triple. Alvarado's got 5.
Terrific energy at both ends to sustain this run.
They found their composure on both ends of the floor, and that is what triggered this run.
A good look from Bogdanovich. Cans it from the wing. And the Clippers lead by 4.
This is Bogdanovich's game. Catch, shoot, score.
Here's Williamson. They get the rebound. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
Rise up and flush it, big man. If he wanted to, he could have ripped the rim off the backboard on that one.
Eubanks gets the bucket.
Well, that possession to me highlights the importance of creating for your teammates.
Jones grabs the board. Here's Batum. Nails it from beyond the arc. Now it's a 7-point Clipper lead. Here's Boston. Up in time. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And as we end the third quarter, a great game. Oh. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And timeout called by Ty Lue. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Guys, over the last break, I listened to Tyronn Lue address the team. Well, coach is thrilled with their 3-point shooting, saying in the huddle, guys, let's keep it up. Continue to shoot it from deep. It's working. They've been on fire from distance so far.
Allie, thank you. Powell and Kawhi in at the forward spots. Chris Dunn is out there with James Harden. And it's Simmons in at the center position, locking down the middle. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Powell passes to Harden. The Pelicans pull it in. Outside Murray. McCollum on the wing. Pulls up. Yes, and it's Murray picking up the assist. Murray's got 3 assists in the game.
Terrific court awareness there. Murray recognizes the open man and wastes no time getting him the ball.
Screen by Leonard. Now here's Dunn. The D's right on him. And the shot's good.
This guy has such a nose for the basket. Kawhi Leonard not afraid to let it fly on the catch.
Murray against Harden. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Los Angeles.
What stood out to me was their passing. They moved the ball effortlessly and have been able to find those holes in the defense.
And the other thing, guys, that they've been very effective at is shooting the long-range jumpers. The defense has been having trouble closing out to them in this game in particular.
Harden against Murray. The 3 is up. And again, no good by New Orleans.
Absolutely tenacious, guys. Stuck right on him defensively, bothered that shot.
Harden against Murray. Harden the pass to Powell. Uses the glass on the layup. And the Clippers lead by 14.
Well, this guy very capable of capitalizing close to the rim. Norman Powell making an impact inside.
Here's Murray. And again, New Orleans, no good.
Well, defenses are content to give up the mid-range, right? It's not the high percentage restricted area or the 3. You can see they're prepared to give up that shot.
On the wing, Harden. Powell passes to Leonard. The Clippers got to hurry. Late clock here. For 3. It's good. Off the assist from Harden. Harden's got 6 assists now in the game.
They're really employing a deep range initiative here in the 4th, and it's working.
It feels like they have worked their perimeter game to perfection, swinging the ball, cashing in from the outside. What a performance.
Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Now Los Angeles with it. They're on a 13-3 run. Harden from outside. They get it back. Leonard on the wing. Lets the 3 fly. Powell outside. Pass to Harden. He buries it from 3. Harden's got 6 points in the quarter.
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
They came out and had a statement win with their performance tonight. A fantastic effort to get it done here for the Clippers.
And, of course, they really dominated in the paint tonight.
They obviously came in looking to impose their will, attack the heart and soul of that defense, and it led to a lot of good looks.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for James Harden.
And I love his composure. He didn't try to do too much or force things, but he was ready to take advantage of every opening the defense gave him.
Olynyk for 3. Hits a 3-pointer.
You know, at the offensive end, McCollum does a little of everything for you. I mean, that was a great pass.
Leonard for 3. Again, the miss by Leonard. Fires the 3. And the Pelicans hit again from deep.
3 points.
43 seconds left to play in the 4th quarter. Up top, Harden. Defended by Jones. Harden, the pass to Dunn. Pass to Harden. Just 5 on the clock. From outside, off the mark. And it's Jones with the ball for the New Orleans Pelicans. They trail by 14. So it's the Clippers winning this one easily. Even early on in this game, they appear. All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the view with the dice and me, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back in the beer. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla.
Defense looking for answers.
paint.
Oh, yeah, Kevin. Expect this one to be really physical. If either team backs down, they can just get run over tonight, but I don't expect that to happen. It's going to be a slugfest.
We love those kind of games. They're a lot of fun.
Oh, you aren't kidding.
So here's Miami's starting group. Wiggins is out there with Adebayo. Then it's Tyler Hero. Then it's Mitchell. And it's Ware in at the 5 down low.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Teron Lou and I had a few minutes to share. I asked Coach about facing off against Bam Adebayo, and he told me the dangerous thing about Bam is his versatility. He's able to play different roles for his team depending on the matchup. And that versatility makes it difficult to game plan against him. Guys?
Thank you, David. Good on the three-point shot.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Greg, looking back to last season, the Clippers had one red-hot stretch.
That's right. They went on a 26-5 run between December and February. It finally showed how dangerous that team could be when healthy.
And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Adebayo with a screen for Hero. 6 to shoot. For 3, Mitchell. It's hauled in by Dunn. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Powell, no one around him. Here's Zubac, and the dunk by Zubac.
And using his length, getting in close to stuff it down. That's just too easy.
Hero against Dunn. Adebayo passes to Ware. Shoots over Zubac. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Harden has a wide open look. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
And putting so much pressure on your defense. James Harden, a menace offensively.
And a wide open look for Hero. Buries the long-range jumper.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Harden, no good. And so Adebayo will bring it up for the Miami Heat, trailing by 4. Mitchell outside. Here's Ware. Lets it go with the 3. It's hauled in by Dunn. Clippers leading by 4.
2 minutes remaining.
Here's Harden on the wing. We've got 1:55 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And Leonard makes it look easy. Incredible at getting inside and just finishing with physicality.
Now here's Wiggins. And the rejection by Harden. Powell for 3. Trains the three-pointer. Powell's got 5 points so far.
Well, he saw the defender back, and he got the look he liked from 3 and capitalized.
Wiggins kicks to Ware. On the wing, Mitchell. Stolen by Harden. Dunn dishes to Powell. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Leonard, the pass to Harden. To the left side wing. Dunn finds Leonard. 5 on the clock. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. He has 7.
Boy, that was quick. Already out to a double-digit lead.
Yeah, incredible play on both ends of the floor. There may be too big of a gap here.
Clippers leading by 11. And here's Harden. Takes a 3. Zubac kicks to Dunn. The tray. Now Leonard. He's got 7. And it's Dunn in the corner. Back to Harden. They shoot again. Dunn outside. Adebayo against Leonard. Pass to Dunn. Back to Leonard. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Powell for three. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers. Their lead at 11. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And let's also give them some credit for running the pick so well. They're making the most of their chances to score in transition.
And for Miami, look at who they've got out there. They've got Adebayo. Mitchell is out there with Tyler Hero. Then it's Wiggins, and it's Ware in its center. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, D.A.?
Kevin, the Clippers are intent on winning big. Coach Tyronn Lue said half of it is great talent, and I think half of it is execution. When you get to the playoffs, it's a whole different animal. We got to be 100% execution with our talent. That makes for a dangerous team. Kevin?
Very dangerous. All right, David.
And this is Harden especially, one of the best in the league at drawing contact and yet still able to convert.
Talk about confidence. Greg, what do you think about Harden's quote from a couple years ago when he said, "I'm not a system player, I am the system"?
Kevin, I laughed when I heard it because most guys couldn't say that, but Harden absolutely can. He's an elite scorer turned elite passer. Your offense has to orbit around him when he's on the floor.
Dunn kicks to Zubac. Powell, the pass to Zubac. On the wing, Wiggins for the three, and the Heat, another three.
And how about the confidence of Wiggins? His teammates want him to take those shots.
Here's Harden. Drops in the layup for two. Harden's got 5 points now this quarter.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
This is how Adebayo typically gets his points: off the roll, off the lob, or off the glass.
Harden kicks to Leonard. Back to Harden. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. 10 points for James Harden.
And for Harden, finishing through contact is just part of the job description. He gets bodied up almost every time he takes it inside.
And it's Adebayo in the corner. Mitchell wide open. And the Heat, another three.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
Leonard kicks to Harden. Lets the three fly. It's good. That basket, he's now 5 for 9.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Ware passes to Adebayo. Now, we're used to the stretch big man these days, Stan. It's not Bam Adebayo's game. How is he still effective?
Well, Kevin, Bam is a highly skilled big in his own right. He just doesn't have the three-point shot, but he's got the ball handling, he's got the passing, and he's got the mid-range jumper, and he puts those things together into a very effective package.
He has a good handle, doesn't he?
He's got a great handle.
Well, the numbers are talking. Harden with a huge night, showing great versatility.
And it's a great finish!
Oh, my.
And what a powerful player Wiggins can be. Dunks like this remind you of that elite level athleticism.
Knocks it loose. Stolen by Hero. Mitchell kicks to Ware. Kicks it out to Wiggins. No one near Adebayo as he lets it go. The three-pointer no good. And so Powell will bring it up for the Clippers. And there's Dunn on the assist by Powell.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition.
Here's Wiggins. Pass to Ware. Here's Alibaba. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 11 rebounds in the game. Harden kicks to Zubac. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Zubac has got the lead up to 14 now for the Clippers. Adebayo with a screen on down. The Heat have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And take a look back at last season, and what a season it was for them from the free throw line. 82% as a group.
And Hero drops them both.
I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting report.
Here's Simmons. Softly drops in the floater. Simmons got his first basket of the night.
And here's a guy who loves playing inside. Simmons can play some bully ball down low.
Hawkins outside, and the 3 ball is good.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Hawkins with the steal. That one doesn't drop. James Harden getting it done for the LA Clippers. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. A fantastic game from Harden in this one.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
So with Leonard on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. Batuma's out there with Simmons. Then there's Bogdanovich. Then it's Jones. And it's Coffey in at the shooting guard. Burks' shot is good. Stan, we talk about this every night. So much great young talent coming into the NBA. Is there one player, though, in particular, who right now stands out to you?
Well, I have to say, Kevin, Victor Wembanyama. I don't know that we have ever seen a guy of that size do the things that he does. Now, you can say, well, what about Nikola Jokic? Well, Nikola Jokic, first of all, is not Victor Wembanyama's size. And then Victor's handle and his length, the guy's incredible. He's going to be the face of the NBA for a long, long time.
Back to Hawkins. And Bogdanovich picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And Robinson wide open. He shoots. That's in there. Love with the assist. Robinson's got himself on the board with 3 there. Clippers leading by 7. So, Stan, you can talk about this. We always hear about Heat culture, the Miami franchise, from top to bottom. Everybody is all in and focused in one direction, aren't they?
Yeah, Kevin, I think that is the greatest strength the Heat have had as an organization, is they are all on the same page. And I think they've done it in large part is they have great continuity. If you just look up and down their staff, guys have been there forever. And that allows them to have a very consistent culture.
And teams have tried to copy that, and it's been very hard, hasn't it?
Well, it's been hard because the part they leave out is the consistency part. You can't build that kind of culture when you're making changes with your coaching staff and your front office every 2 to 3 years.
Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Bogdanovich. Pass to Jones. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Teardrop shot, and Jones slams it home.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Burks sets a screen for Jaquez. And again, Miami with the triple.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
Kicks it out to Jones. Here's Coffey, guarded by Robinson. And Coffey gets it to go.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, but also credit the offense there. That's making a play when you really need it, and they need more of it.
Love with the screen on Bogdanovich. Takes the three. Love, no luck.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
Bogdanovich passes to Jones. Back to Bogdanovich. Jones kicks to Simmons. Outside, Batum. The offensive rebound. Outside, Jones. Got a piece of it. Works with it. Now guarded by Bogdanovich. Love with the screen on Bogdanovich. Love outside. Pass to Jaquez. Kicks it out to Love. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Second chance shot. Outside Robinson. And it's off from three-point range. Los Angeles leading by 8. Shot and game clock separated by 5. And Simmons slams it in.
And look at the momentum Simmons gets on the drive, and he turns it into a huge slam.
On the wing, Jaquez. Defended by Jones. Burks the pass to Jovic. Over Simmons. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Jovic has got 6 in the quarter. Batum for 3. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the fourth. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery.
Well, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. On the floor for Miami, starting the fourth. We've got Alec Burks. He's out there with Duncan Robinson. Jaime Jaquez is out there with Kevin Love. And it's Jovic in at the 4.
Putting that pass right in his stride. Didn't have to slow up and was able to complete the play.
Here's Jovic. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. You know, Stan, we hear all the time about after timeout plays. About how many of those do teams really have at their disposal?
Well, you certainly have to have a few, Kevin. Coaches vary in their philosophy. Some coaches will draw them up on the fly. I was one, like a lot of guys, who wanted to have things that we've worked on that then we could go to. But that just depends on who you've got, how smart your guys are, how quickly they pick things up.
Shots good by Hero.
Oh, and the touch on the interior. Hero can hit jumpers as well as capitalize in close.
Here's Harden. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. He'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Well, this is what you're trying to do. Put the game away.
Yeah, but you can't let up now. We've seen too many wild comebacks in this league.
Bam Adebayo's checked in for Miami. Mitchell against Harden. Mitchell passes to Adebayo. outside Hero. Wiggins sets a screen for Hero. Clock at 4. And it's Wiggins missing. Clippers leading by 15. Harden finds Powell. And he drives in, and the dunk by Powell.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
Well, clearly the defense has had no answer for them. Might be time to try something different.
Connects from three-point range.
And look at how confident Hero is from range. He'll take that shot whenever possible.
Here's Harden. And Ware pulls it down. The Heat trail by 14. Hero with it. Now guarded by Dunn. Down low. And Wiggins gets it to go on the assist by Mitchell. Mitchell's got 3 assists now in this one. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Harden against Mitchell. Leonard with no one around. It's good from long range. Leonard's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for the Clippers. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. And the Heat, another 3.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Pass to Leonard. Dunn sets a screen for Leonard. Dunn outside. Launches a 3. It's hauled in by the Heat. Mitchell kicks to Wiggins. Mitchell against Dunn. They get a hand on it. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Here's Harden. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn. Harden's got 8 here in the quarter. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Clippers.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
And one other thing they have done well has been scoring in transition, looking to run whenever they can. No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Clippers.
They really lit it up in this one. Fantastic offensive performance.
Definitely just simply shot the ball well. One of those games to be proud of.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for James Harden.
Well, offensively, they needed him to be aggressive, and he delivered. What a game.
Hands it from downtown.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
No, I'd be lying if I said the crowd doesn't have an impact. It's certainly felt from the head coach all the way down.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Shot clock at 5. It's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
Miami possession. In for the Heat, number 11, Jamie Hawkins.
So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. A confident win and one where they clearly Thanks so much, David. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
question, B.A. And I get the sense that bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting back-and-forth action in this one.
And the starting lineup for Miami. They've got Andrew Wiggins. Tyler Hero is out there with Davion Mitchell. Then it's Bam Adebayo, and it's Ware in at the 5. Wiggins, no good. And here are the Pelicans now. There's McCollum with the 3. It's good. And the assist goes to Murray.
McCollum a blur that time in transition. A quick-footed guard who runs the floor like a gazelle.
There's a screen. Puts up a deep 3. Hero for 3. Drains the triple.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
New Orleans has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. And a deep 3 from McCollum. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. And just about a minute into this first quarter, Mitchell's shot is good.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on him.
Well, Brent, the Pels bowing out to the Thunder in the first round last season. Not a bad showing, though.
Yeah, no shame in that. You lose to the #1 seed in the Western Conference. They have a great collection of young players and just need to spend more time together to try to take that next step. One change could take them from a playing game to home court advantage this season. And how about the acrobatics from Andrew Wiggins? Way up that time.
For New Orleans, they've gone 1 of 5 to start things off. Here's McCollum. It's good. Only a few seconds into the shot clock. McCollum's got 5 points. Hero on the wing, defended by Murray, and they pick up 2.
How about Hero? Gets inside and finds a way to sneak up his shot and get it to go.
Mitchell against Murray. And there's the call. It's on Bam Adebayo. That's his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Here's McCollum. He's got 5. Sends it home from three-point land. Give him 8 points now.
Just so good off the pass. McCollum set up and ready at all times.
The drive by Wiggins. Pass to Adebayo. Another shot. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. It's his first trip to the line. That free throw, no good. And we have seen Andrew Wiggins step up as the second best player on a title team. But it's all about his consistency, Brent.
Well, Andrew Wiggins' role, I believe, changed last year. A little in and out of the lineup for Andrew, and the changes around him have not been ideal. Hope that he embraces whatever it is that the coaching staff wants him to lock in this year, because as a two-way player, Andrew Wiggins is still very capable.
He had more than enough room to hit that, just couldn't make it happen.
It's Hero on the take. Count it. All 3 of his attempts have gone in.
Hero can beat his opponents from all over the floor. He can get that shot off so quick.
Pass to Murray. From outside the arc. The rebound by Ware. And the Heat with possession. They're on a 13-5 run. Mitchell misses. Pelicans trail by 5. There's McCollum with the 3. They get it back. Jones from outside. And again, New Orleans no good. Miami has gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. Wiggins has got 6 points.
Well, right now, helping the offense out by creating space. Andrew Wiggins deadly enough from that spot.
Floats one up, and Murray finishes inside.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Willie Green and I got a chance to talk for a bit. We chatted about strategy against Andrew Wiggins, and Coach put it simply. He said, quote, "We just got to stay on him at the arc on the inside. We can't let him give our defenders a slip." So the defense is going to try to stay as glued to the nimble Wiggins as possible for this one.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Wiggins down low, defended by Jones. Here's Ware. That one's good. Mitchell making the play.
3 points.
Does so much out there to stretch out the defense. And he's out on the perimeter, and he drains the triple.
Miami leading by 9. Here's Hero. Pass to Ware. Back to Adebayo. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Jones. Again, the Heat score.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
Here's McCollum. And the Pelicans miss again. And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Heat.
Well, they found a groove, and it's from distance, so knocking them down from the three-point land never hurts.
So much good energy and flow tonight, and that has really come out of great ball movement. Guys have been open, and as soon as they are, they get the ball.
On the court for Miami here in the second. Bam Adebayo is out there with Andrew Wiggins. Then it's Davion Mitchell. Then there's Tyler Hero. And it's Ware in at the 5, roaming the paint.
You want Jones to be assertive like this. If the three-point shot's there, you got to take it.
Now here's Mitchell. Adebayo, a screen on Jones. Oh, sweet move. Wiggins with the inside bucket. Nice.
And staring at a sizable deficit, the defense has to tighten up.
Well, Brent, we've seen Trey Murphy grow into a prototypical 3-and-D wing.
Well, what's been most impressive, BA, is you thought it was just his shooting. That's been better than advertised. He's also starting to show you he can rebound, run the floor, and defend a little bit. So the package is a little bit bigger than it was once thought of with Trey Murphy coming out of the NBA draft.
Now here's McCollum. Give him 8. Jones sets a screen. This one for 3. Rebound Miami.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Hero, the pass to Adebayo. On target from range. Adebayo's got 5 now.
Just another thing that Bam brings to your team. The ability to knock down jumpers.
Drops in the 3.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth. Showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Pelicans trail by 10. Outside Murray. Olynyk with a screen on Mitchell. And there's the call. It's on Bam Adebayo. That's foul number 2 for him.
Personal foul. First team foul.
2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Murray's shot is good.
And wasting no time, DeJounte Murray off the catch.
And so Hero will bring it up for the Heat. Pass to Ware. The 3-ball. Counted from distance. 6 points for him.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Back to Murray. Fires the 3. And again, it's New Orleans with a 3. Well, Grant, as you always say, in the playoffs, you need a player who can score in isolation.
That's true, BA. And in a 7-game series, defenses disrupt your set offense. If your stars can go mano-a-mano and create something out of nothing, that's often the best you can get.
Now here's McCollum. Give him 8 points now. Murray, no good. Mitchell against McCollum. Adebayo from long range. That one's good. Mitchell making the play. Mitchell's got 3 assists now in this one. On the wing, Murray. Checked by Mitchell. Back to Murray. Here's the 3. The rebound by Ware. Ware's got 7 rebounds in the game. Mitchell, the pass to Wiggins. Here's Ware. Lets it go from deep. And the Heat, another three.
You love how eager Wiggins is to involve his teammates. That's a nice assist.
All right, Brent, let me ask you a very important question. What exactly is Heat culture?
BA, Heat culture is about toughness and competitiveness. And if you step into that building, you better make sure that you're ready to be pushed and push the limits that, as a professional player, not a lot of other teams are willing to go. As soon as they find guys who enjoy that, and I'm not going to say torture, but it's close, those are the kind of guys who make it in Miami.
Now here's Murray. He's got 9. Murray can't get that one to fall. McCollum against Mitchell. Pass to Adebayo. Jacks up a 3. Knocks it down from distance. Adebayo's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Man, bigs like Alibaba got to drain shots to keep the defense honest. Nice to see him working on that part of his game.
Heat leading by 15. And the call will be against Tyler Hero. That's his first foul of the game.
And great job to establish position and square up.
First team foul.
A different look for Miami. Here's Alvarado. No good there.
The rebounding numbers make it obvious why they're in front.
Well, every time the shot goes up, guys are doing a nice job of finding bodies and making sure there's room to collect the rebound.
The shot won't fall. And so it's Miami up 15 points as this quarter concludes. They hold a real solid lead right now. Love their approach. Thank you, Allie. Good stuff. We will be right back after this break for the beginning of the third quarter. As we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. It's been a clinic out there by Bam Adebayo.
Through the first 2 quarters and change, his perimeter shooting continues to be spot on.
Yeah, you would hope the defense at least would start to consider creeping up on him just a little bit.
They've got Jose Alvarado, and it's Brown in at the 3. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Takes a 3, nails it from 3.
That's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference, not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Outside Love from outside the arc. Miami, no good that time either.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
They set a pick. Alvarado into the lane. Wide open look. And the basket is good.
That's why you keep your head up. If the assist is there, you can pounce.
Outside Jaquez. Fades away. And it's Boston with the rebound. Pelicans trail by 10. Brent, it didn't take long for Jaquez Jr. to establish himself as one of the steals of his draft class.
Yeah, the interesting thing with where he played was how he gained the confidence of the teammates around him. A lot of expectations about playing winning basketball. Well, Jaquez did a lot of that in college. He's got great feel, great size, and seems to be in the right spot most of the time.
Highsmith passes to Jaquez. 4-3. It's hauled in by New Orleans. Here's Brown. Finished off the break. Brown's got 5 points now this quarter.
They're making smart adjustments, setting guys up for success.
The possession's just way more efficient, I think, here tonight, taking smarter, better shots, moving the ball around. That's helped them get back in the ballgame.
Rozier, the pass to Highsmith. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Come on, B.A. He sure can rise.
Grant, that's as good as it gets. One of the best in the league. Here's Alvarado. And the 3 off target. Miami leading by 8. Tipped. to the middle. Outside, Brown. With the floater. Doesn't go for him. And the Heat shooting a solid 47%. And the basket by Highsmith. And it's an 11-point Heat lead.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on him.
Here's Misi. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
There's a screen by Love. Robinson passes to Love. And the Heat, another three.
Yeah, Duncan not only moves himself, he moves the ball quite well.
Grant, when you look at this Pelicans team, their length is so impressive.
Yeah, they've made a point to draft players with big wingspans, and that really helps them on the defensive end. They're all very switchable.
And it's Rozier with the ball for the Heat. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Back to Jaquez. This one for three. And again, it's Miami from deep.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance. I'm not sure who was supposed to be guarding him. Ridiculous laps there defensively.
Rozier looking around. Love for three. And it's Boston with a rebound. Pelicans trail by 9. It's stolen by Love. Highsmith passes to Love. Misses the three.
He just keeps firing from distance. I know he's trying to heat up, but at what cost?
Alvarado outside. 46 seconds left in the third quarter. He shoots again. The three is up. And the Pelicans hit again from deep.
Pretty much no one is going to pass up a shot like that so much for the defense.
It's Jaquez on the wing. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Jaquez has gotten his second bucket on the night.
It's clear there's a lot of pride on the line in this one.
Not always the best scenario, but in this game, pride takes over. You score on me, I'm going to come back and score on you.
And here we go, the Heat fast break. Love passes to Jaquez. From the arc. Can't get it to drop. Got it up. No good on the buzzer beater. And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first three quarters. It's been a fun game to watch. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Just a selfless decision from your two-guard, showing his ability to get his teammates good looks.
What an advantage if your off-guard can make plays so valuable.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. On the floor for Miami, starting the fourth quarter. Duncan Robinson is out there with Terry Rozier. Then there's Kevin Love. Then it's Jaime Jaquez. And it's Highsmith in at the 4.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Mitchell, the pass to Adebayo. It's Wiggins on the wing. Adebayo, a screen on Jones. Wiggins for three. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Olynyk's got 4 rebounds in the game. McCollum way outside. Mitchell grabs a miss.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
Hero with the bucket.
That's what Hero is. He's a shot maker, a guy who figures out ways to put the ball into the bucket.
1 minute in now in the fourth quarter. Played it in with a nice touch off the window.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Pass to Adebayo. Fires for 3. And that's his third miss in 7 attempts. Pelicans trail by 7. Murray finds Olynyk. Pulls up on the wing. Rebound Miami. Wiggins got 4 rebounds now. Hero for 3. That one's good. Mitchell making the play. Hero's got 5 points now this quarter.
pretty much having the green light on the offensive end. Tyler Hero gets explosive to score.
Murray for three. It's hauled in by the Heat. Pass to Adebayo. Launches it. And again, it's Miami from deep.
And the coaching staff continues to impress upon Bam to keep exploring all of his offensive talents, his confidence sky high.
Right side Murray. Now McCollum. Clock at 6. He shoots it. And again, New Orleans, no good.
Not a bad shot from the mid-range. The D's giving it to him, and he's usually got an eye in that kind of range.
Count that one. And the Heat lead by 15.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
Buries it from 3.
The corners head on anywhere on the arc works for Trey Murphy.
Heat leading by 12. Hero left side. From deep three-point land. Can't sink it. 4th miss out of 9 attempts. Tries to break his ice. And finished off by Murray as he lays it in.
Boy, Murray just one of those guys who loves to work it inside.
Now here's Adebayo. He's covered closely. Oh, wasted no time on that one. Adebayo's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Hey, he's the guy that you want to go to right now trying to put this one away.
Jones misses. For Miami, they've gone 5 of 8 from the field so far in the 4th. Outside for Mitchell. Ooh, stolen by Murray. Cans it with nobody near him.
Well, this coaching staff continues to encourage DeJounte Murray to stay in rhythm. You see why.
Here's Mitchell. Banked it in off the glass.
Well, with a comeback out of range, we can put a bow on this one. Good performance for the Heat.
Well, Grant, I don't know if there was one deciding factor in this game, but I'd say shooting accuracy if I had to choose.
Agreed, B.A. They really went after quality looks and shot the ball with confidence.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Bam Adebayo.
Now, this was a showcase night of his skills offensively.
There's 47 seconds left in the 4th quarter, and Trey Murphy is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
Here's Adebayo. Hero on the wing. Has to Ware. 6 to shoot. Over Olynyk.
And Olynyk in there acting tough there, contesting and disrupting.
And so it's Murray who brings up the ball for the New Orleans Pelicans. A 12-point game. McCollum outside. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Wiggins outside. The 3. Rebounded by New Orleans. No problem for Miami as they get the win. Exceptional effort on the road. They were ready and they were focused.
Focused indeed.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the deal with the dice and me, top down with the rims
fast.
drive up. All the talk, Greg, leading up to this one has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. We'll see Powell and Leonard playing the forward spots. Dunn is out there with Harden. And it's Zubac in at the center position. And stolen by Leonard. Zubac against Murray. That one falls.
Now this is where Zubac's most comfortable. Good work on the interior right there.
And Murray's got the ball here for the Pelicans. Now let's send it over to David Aldridge, who was able to talk with Willie Green.
Well, he's worried about a number of issues in front of the center, James Harden. He said James will dissect you. It's hard to speed him up and hard to slow him down. He's their catalyst. But he thinks if they do a good job on Harden, they have a good shot at winning. Guys?
Thanks, David. And talk about victors and guys who play to their strengths. What about Zubac? He does a great job.
He does, Kevin. A 7-footer who wants to play like a 7-footer. He's an outstanding rebounder. He doesn't need the ball offensively. You know he's going to show up and give you great effort every night. Well, known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
A three from Leonard. Nisi grabs the rebound. Fires the three. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Kicks it out to Harden. And there's the call on Jones. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Harden way outside. Oh, he made it, Doris! He made it!
Holy moly, he made that!
Wow. To the inside, and he dunks it down.
Oh, what a pretty pass. Throw to the open spot. Lead your teammate perfectly.
Dunn kicks to Zubac. Rebound by Murray. New Orleans has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. McCollum finds Jones. Now Murray. Here's Nisi. Pass to McCollum. Jones with it. Lets it go from deep. Dunn with some nice D. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Fade away. He can't get that one to fall. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the New Orleans Pelicans. They trail by one. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. Now here's Harden.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Dunn looking over the floor. Here's Leonard. Los Angeles with another miss.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
Now the Pelicans have lost in the first round GA of the playoffs in 2 of the last 3 years.
And with how good the West is right now, they knew they couldn't stand pat. They felt the urgency to make some changes this offseason in order to take the next step.
Boy, that's beautiful touch on the floater. And let's remember, not everyone has that shot in their arsenal.
Jones dishes to Murray. Count it.
So effective from the mid-range. Can't give Murray room to get that one off.
And here's Leonard from 3. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
McCollum with the ball. Zubac defending, hammers the alley-oop through.
And we talk about court awareness. There, McCollum doing a beautiful job spotting the open man.
Now here's Harden. Zubac, a screen on Jones. It's stolen. A floater. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound. They can trade 2 for 1 here.
Would be the right move, I believe, right now.
No good from Zubac. New Orleans leading by 3. McCollum finds Jones. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Great open look there.
Not only is James Harden one of the elite one-on-one players, this guy is an elite passer, and it's on display there.
Jones with the screen on Leonard. Outside, Jones. 4 seconds left. And he sinks the layup.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
No good that time. At the end of 1, a closely contested game so far. Pelicans. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Pelicans.
Straight away, they've opened things up offensively with skillful passing, running smart plays, and just setting guys up for success.
And they've also shown dominance in the paint so far tonight, really putting the work in down low.
So for the Clippers right now, we'll see Powell and Leonard play in the forward spots. Harden out there with Dunn, and it's Zubac in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And GA, what you have to admire about C.J. McCollum is he is the consummate pro.
Yeah, at this stage of his career, he's the adult in the room, and he's grown into a connector on the floor while still being that professional scorer.
This is the mark of a great scorer, the ability to not have any struggle making shots off the dribble. That is a hard thing to do, but James Harden makes it look easy.
Zubac finds Harden from outside the arc. A 3-ball. Pelicans with the rebound.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
Pass to Dunn. The 3. Offensive rebound. Now Leonard. Five on the clock. And here is Powell. The fadeaway. That shot off. Murray with the defensive effort. Jones from outside. The Clippers grab the miss. Leonard's got his 5th rebound in this one. Zubac the pass to Harden. Stolen by McCollum. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. Pass to Murray. Zubac against McCollum. Murray dishes to Olynyk. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 4 assists in the game.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
And I think they count on him for that. He is a tone setter, extremely unselfish.
Now, here's Dunn. Harden kicks to Powell. Just 5 on the clock. Kicks it out to Leonard from the arc. Good work defensively by Jones.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
Murray, good. Rule adjustments, Doris, regarding the rip-through move. Do you think those have been effective?
Kevin, I certainly think we've taken a step in the right direction. We have got to give the defense more of a chance at this point, and the idea that you don't get shots on the rip-through is important.
Here's McCollum. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. McCollum against Leonard. All sorts of time. Again, the Pelicans score.
What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
From deep Harden. C.J. McCollum with the rebound. And so McCollum will bring it up for New Orleans. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. The Clippers shooting a low 30% mark from the field. And Leonard puts it up from deep three. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Leonard's got 5 points now this quarter. Pelicans leading by 4. Recently, Doris, the Clippers have had their most successful stretch in franchise history.
Well, think about it, Kevin. They only missed the playoffs twice, going all the way back to 2012. They made their first conference finals in team history back in 2021. Not bad for a franchise that had one of the worst win-loss records in league history.
Clippers with the ball. The Pelicans make their last shot. And here's Leonard from 3. Dunn finds Leonard. Harden sets the pick for Leonard. When Kawhi Leonard is healthy, Doris, no one has a bigger effect on a game than this great two-way player.
There's no question, Kevin, because of his length and savvy on the defensive end. He can swallow up individual offensive matchups. He's that good defensively. And then you think to his transition on the offensive end from a player who was a standstill shooter to now who you can run your offense through.
And the Hornets going with a whole new group out there. Here's Williamson driving the lane.
Wow, that's just the pure strength and explosiveness of Williamson. Easily finishes there through the contact.
A nice shot by Bogdanovich.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Here's Alvarado. He's covered by Bogdanovich. Pass to Boston. Off target from outside. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Pelican. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
23.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
On out there with Williamson. Then it's Jose Alvarado. And it's Boston in at shooting guard. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Here's Alvarado. And it's in there. Alvarado's got the lead up to 7 now for New Orleans. The Clippers shooting about 33%. Not happy with their play on that end. Jones finds Batum. Back to Jones. Bogdanovich with it. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Bogdanovich has got his second basket of the game.
Showing off his inside game. Bogdan is an all-around scorer.
Launches it. Drills it from outside. And the Pelicans lead by 8.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on him.
Buries it from three-point range.
I'll tell you, that last 3 must have riled up Batum because he wanted to get that shot off quickly.
And it's Alvarado missing. Clippers trail by 5. Here's Eubanks. Hits it from three-point range. Eubanks got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Williamson looking it over. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And you know what makes Zion so much fun is that I don't think there's a comp for him. The combination of power and skill, you throw in that he's a lefty, and we've never seen someone like him in the league.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. And Coffey gets it to go. Coffey's got his first bucket of the night.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
And the basket by Alvarado.
Well, there's an aggressive mentality in play. Working close, find a way to score.
Outside Bogdanovich. And the layup falls. Bogdanovich has got 4 points this quarter.
Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
Here's Alvarado. He's covered by Bogdanovich. Williamson in the...
What a dunk artist this guy is. Whenever Williamson takes flight, you're just expecting to see something special.
A shot by Batum, no good. Pelicans leading by 4. Williamson, and the dunk by Williamson.
Well, not exactly one of those big, burly power forwards, right? He depends on his leaping ability more than those guys, and it serves him just fine.
Bogdanovich passes to Eubanks. And there's Bogdanovich. That's good on the assist by Batum. Bogdanovich has got 8 points.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
And there's a minute 45 left in the third quarter. It's up a 3. Gonna go that time. Clippers trail by 4. Jones dishes to Batum. Fires the 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. He's got 6.
You can't allow Nicholas Batum a free look from 3. This guy is a knockdown shooter.
With the drive. Takes a 3. Eubanks grabs the miss.
I know he wants to answer the 3 that was just made on the other end, but he can't let that affect his judgment. He's got to find the best shot possible.
And here's Bogdanovich for 3. That shot, no good. The Pelicans have gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field.
Such a boost to this offense when this guy can knock down uncontested threes.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. He's defended by Alvarado. Back to Batum. It's rebounded by New Orleans. They can go 2 for 1.
It's about being smart right now.
And Jose Alvarado is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. There's 38 seconds left here in the third quarter. Here's Bogdanovich. Outside for Batum. The tray. That ball. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich has got 3 assists tonight. Here's Williamson into the lane. It's deflected. For the lead. He's 4 for 6 from the field with that miss. Here's Alvarado. Nailed from three-point land. Alvarado's got 7 now in this quarter. On the wing, Batum. Good if it goes. And he drains the 3, but let's see, they move.
There will be 2 minutes to review the play.
The officials are going to check that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to the 4th.
And even though, you're thinking maybe we don't need the replay in a situation like this, still plenty of time left. And
the points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. Pelicans lead by 4. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from New Orleans. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Setting the floor for the Clippers. We'll see Powell and Leonard play in the forward spots. Dunn is out there with Harden, and it's Zubac in at the 5 spot. McCollum kicks to Murray. Back to McCollum. Over Harden. Here's Misi, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to go on Zubac.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
He hits the second from the line. And it's Harden with the ball for Los Angeles. It's a 3-point game. Looking to get back on track here, and the layup is up and in.
I tell you, James Harden's ability to power through contact and finish with bodies around him is something else.
Murray, good.
Well, exposing a weakness in the defense, that's just way too easy, guys.
Clippers trail by 3. Dunn passes to Powell. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Leonard with a screen on Jones. Harden, that's good. Harden's got 4 this quarter.
Yeah, James Harden's ability to finish with either hand, so crafty, understanding how to navigate around defenses when he's in the painted area.
Woke loose and stolen by Leonard. Leonard full speed ahead. They now take the lead. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Clippers.
They have been a wrecking ball defensively, coming up with steals, being active with their hands, and just doing a terrific job of disrupting the rhythm.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor.
And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul.
Boy, not on the same page there. And in a possession ball game, that's a big mistake.
The Pelicans trail. McCollum outside. And the dunk to finish it off. Ah, beauty.
Outstanding pass, on time and on target.
That's tipped. Murray outside. To the right side. McCollum outside. Shot clock at 6. Murray finds McCollum. That's in there. Murray with the assist. Murray's got assist number 5 here tonight.
How about the fearlessness of McCollum? Doesn't shy away from taking or making the big shots.
Harden inside the three-point line. And dead on that time. Beautiful shot. 12 points for James Harden.
And this is what great players do. Harden understanding how to deliver in a big moment.
A 3 from Leonard. Pelicans pull it in. And there's a minute 45 left here in the fourth quarter.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Harden draws the double. Pass to Leonard. Clippers moving the ball around. Launches a 3. And Jones pulls it down.
And that shot isn't the one they should be taking if they want to make this comeback happen.
Bangs home the trifecta. And now a 7-point Pelican lead.
Yeah, a lot of coaches might let you hear it for taking the three-pointer on the break, but I like the decision there. The D had already collapsed inside.
Dunn sets a screen for Harden. Drills the three-pointer. Harden's got 9 points now in just the second half.
One of the best closers in our game. James Harden coming up big.
McCollum, no good. LA has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. And the shot is good. The Pelican lead has been cut to just 1 in the basket from Kawhi Leonard.
You just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
To me, more often than not,
That is nice. Nice decision by Murray. Choosing to move the ball to the open guy off the pick and roll.
The 3 from Harden. It's good. And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Norman Powell, absolutely fearless.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. It's McCollum on the wing, guarded by Harden. Harden against McCollum. Driving in. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Yeah, no way that should have taken so long. They don't have that much time to waste. They need to foul immediately.
McCollum dishes to Murray. Here's Messi. It drops.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates. Looking to tie it up with a big triple.
Greg, this is all about execution. Can you free an open man from the three-point line? That's what it comes down to.
So it's an